Hey, Bongegile here, bringing you the latest updates. Please don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification button so that you do not miss anything I upload. It hasn't been easy for high school student Kaloi after his mother died when the nuts factory burned down in June this year. For months, he would wake up sulking and later go to bed with tears rolling down his face. Fortunately, his uncle Ramolio and his girlfriend Sis Oma took Kaloi and his brother Billy in after the funeral, and they helped the boys get back on their feet. So Kaloi's jaw drops to the ground when he's told that his estranged off-screen father is planning to uproot him and Billy from Tefloop next year. Koloi feels terrible to say the least, says Joseph. The young star doesn't want to live in Bushbuck Ridge, which is a 3-hour drive from Tef, adds the actor. Koloi isn't looking forward to starting a new school and making new friends, even if it means forging a bond with his father. The thought sends him straight into a dark hole. Koloi can't stand the idea of leaving his girlfriend Ruth, explains Joseph. But Koloi isn't aware that Ruth has a dark secret that might send him running to his dad anyway. After Koloi's passing, Koloi and Billy were terrified as they were going to land on the streets. Sis Oma refused to raise children that weren't his, but Romolio insisted that the boys live with them, as he promised their mother that he will always take care of them. While it was a huge change for Koloi and Billy to adjust to Sis Oma's parenting style, they are used to her strict rules, and moving to Bushbuck Ridge will set them back again emotionally. Sis Oma is a bit harsh. Koloi and Billy have grown fond of her though. If they go to their father now, they will have to adapt to his parenting techniques, and that might take a long time. Koloi is extremely worried about the future, says Joseph. Besides, they don't really have a bond with their father. As it is, Koloi and Billy aren't close to their dad. They consider Ramolio and Sis Oma to be their guardians, explains the actor. Usually, Koloi is the one cracking jokes in his circle, but his friends Noah and Clement are concerned when they spot him mopping. It's clear that Koloi isn't okay with this move. He doesn't feel like talking to anyone, not even his closest friends, explained Joseph. As always, Koloi would rather bottle his emotion than discuss his anxieties. Koloi was starting to smile again and have a positive outlook. Tef means more than a home to him and Bill. It is where their mom raised them. Knowing that his days are numbered in Tef could be numbered, Koloi is keen on taking his relationship with Ruth to the next level. They are happy and in love. Koloi believes that they are in a good place, says Joseph. But she drops a bomb on him that is harder to process than the possibility of him and Billy leaving Tef next year. You'll have to tune in to hear what exactly it is. Our lips are sealed. Koloi is a mixture of emotion after hearing what Ruth has to say and contemplates moving to Bush right away. He is scared and angry. Before her revelation, he saw a bright future with her. She was the main reason he wanted to stay, but now he is back at square one, stuck into sadness, and he believes that moving to another town will be better off. If you are wondering why Uzalo Mxolisi is walking around the streets of Tefloop, don't stress. We are watching the right episode. We are watching the right soap. The Fugitive arrives in the world of Skeem Saam to stir commotion this month. He is still the same Mxolisi that viewers fell in love with on Uzalo, but trouble keeps following wherever he lands, and it isn't going to be any different in Tef, says Nep. Mxolisi have been slipping through the cracks and hiding from the police after he shot his biological mother Manzuza by accident in February 2018. He was arrested for murder, but his former best friend Mastermind helped Mxolisi escape prison and start afresh in Mozambique in December 2018. That seemed like it was the end of Mxolisi, but he has been hopping from one city to another, trying not to get caught. Loop is the perfect place for the gangster to figure out his next move because no one knows him here, or so he thinks, teases Naps. Mxolisi isn't fazed by his photos being on the police wanted list and that people may recognize him. He still goes out to restaurants and gets acquainted with new neighbors in Turf without worrying much. The thing about being a fugitive is that after some time, people forget about you. Mxolisi hopes that no one has ever heard of him in Turf and it's his ticket to freedom, explains Nay. Back home, Mxolisi was hiding his family's gang and he got an adrenaline rush from bombing ATM and hijacking cars. He misses causing the chaos in the community. Danger is amusing to Mxolisi. Although he is kind-hearted, he was raised in a family of criminals and that is all he knows. Viewers will say him getting involved in life-threatening situation in Loop. Being in another town also allows Mxolisi to reinvent himself by day. He pretends to be an entrepreneur who's trying to find his feet while in Turf. Anything to keep people around him from suspecting anything. Mxolisi is caught between changing characters wherever he lands. That can be hard because he tends to lie a lot, reveals Nays. But familiar face from Kwamashu recognizes Mxolisi and she might blow his cover. Being calculated, Mxolisi talks her out of going to the police and uses this to his advantage. She can use her as leverage to get whatever he wants from TEF residents. Mxolisi has nothing to lose, no friends, no family in TEF, so he might as well do whatever he likes, which is to hurt innocent people, reveals Nace. Nay was speechless after he got a call from the Skeem Saam producers in August discussing the crossover with him. I was emotional, I still am. Skeem Saam has been on screen for 10 seasons and I'm grateful that they chose me, says the 30-year-old actor who was filming Umzansi Magic drama Impilo, The Scam, at the time. He plays ruthless thug Pacino, and Ney had also started his role as manipulative ex-convict Dingani on Telenova The Queen. I was playing three characters who are similar in that they are all gangster, but the traits are worlds apart. I had to go back to study Mxolisi's personality and bring him back to life without taking anything from the other characters that I was busy portraying on the other shows. One thing that helps is that their wardrobes are different, so when I get on set, that helps me into character. I can't wait for viewers to see Mxolisi in the new world. Okay, in December, what you can expect in December on Skeem Saam, 12 loop cars continue to disappear and Mugati and Lerado's marriage has reached breaking point. Big Boy hides his money from the police. Captain Malabane and Sergeant Babile orders Mxolisi to the police station for questioning. And Leshole is in trouble for dating Nomalang. Tipo takes a huge decision regarding his son Pitsy's future and Alfred receives what he thinks is a lead about his missing car. Former rivals are forced together for the greater good, and two women barge into the Shivambu house and refuse to leave. Mapitsi tells Botselo to kick Tumisheng out of their apartment or else, and Leshole is miserable without his girlfriend. Ramolio promises to get rid of his unvisited guest, and Fanny spends Christmas alone. In January, Tumisheng blackmails Lieto into being his lawyer again, and Rachel organizes a lunch date to bring her family together. Shady business. Lehasa is on the wrong side of the law for once, and Maki meddling causes more tension in her son Lieto's marriage. Moroti is disappointed by news that his rival Lehasa wasn't arrested after all the strings that he pulled, and medical student Elizabeth lies about getting a position in the hospital. Lieto goes against his values by agreeing to take Tumisheng case, and the head of TEF Hospital, Mr. Homo, blows Lizzie's cover. Lieto and Mukoti move into their dream home after making peace, and Chef Ronchu's loyalty to Lehasa is in the spotlight again when a river restaurant owner comes sniffing around hoping to tempt their chef away. Mapiti and Tipos are excited about their young son Piti's first day at school, and Ntumisheng returns to Tefloop and twists Lieto's arm further. Francois puts his self-interest ahead of his years of friendship with Lehasa, and Clement is concerned about his mother's sorrow after finding her in a frantic state and not knowing what to do or what caused her panic. Okay. Previously on Skeem Saam, Lieto stepped down as suspected kidnapper Tumisheng Loy. Charles and Coco Maja offered to help Wallace fix his rundown house, and Tibos found his dog Ginger dead. 6 to 4 December, Leshole is frustrated that his girlfriend Noma Sondo isn't spending much time with him, and Mahoti demands cause of rifts at home. Koloi withdraws as his future interflow gangs in the balance, and the Maputlas are divided with Leto and Mohoti to each other's throats. 9 to 13 December, Tipos wants let Ntumisheng get away with murdering his dog, and Noma Sonto and her gangster pal Mxolisi cause havoc. The police investigates a robbery, and Mapiti is uneasy with Tumisheng living in her apartment on full-time basis. Noma Sonto avoids Lehasa at all costs, and Wallet is brought to tears by the community's generosity. A satisfied patron offers Chef Franchos a job that will mean quitting Cafe Rovua, and Mwakesik Mantuli's advice to fake trouble at home. 16 to 17 December, the Mapotla continues drifting apart, and the cops receive a lead regarding the missing cars, and Tipos takes charge as Mapiti's father.